What's happening, everybody? Brett here, and we are back with Kingdom Rush HD. And picking up where we left off last time, we finished the Rotten Forest. So I did this yesterday. I was super excited to finally knock this map out, and we did it on our first shot, which was awesome. I did not notice that we unlocked another level. And this is going to be another boss level, the Fungal Forest. And I'm going to read that for you in a second, but if you remember at my send-off in the last episode here, I was like, oh yeah, we're going to take down Pandemonium and that's going to be it. We're going to be done. And kind of leaving this as a final boss stage, which I think is appropriate, considering it's like literally Satan. But yeah, we unlocked another map. So I just want you guys to take a second and appreciate just how many maps there are in this game. How many levels? Each one of these individual levels you see here that's not connected to the main storyline, this being this trail here. All of these maps, they came after this game was created. So the people who developed this game, Ironhide Studios, they really supported this series. And you're going to see it's very similar to the next two games as well. They didn't just make the campaign, which would have been a fine standalone mobile game, just an excellent standalone mobile game. They went above and beyond, and they made all of these extra levels with boss fights and complex stages, and increased their hero pool and all of these different things. So if you're still on the fence about picking this game up and enjoying it for yourself, I would go ahead and do that. They're super cheap on mobile, a little more expensive on Steam, but yeah, don't hesitate. There's so much value in these games for, you know, the price you pay compared to some of the, you know, I've bought AAA titles recently, and I'm not going to name names, that just disappointed the heck out of me. And those are full, like, $60 games. And I want to say for the first game, for Kingdom Rush, the basic one, there are times you can get it for 99 cents. So all the hours that I've gotten out of this game, and if you wanted to go back and do all the challenge modes and use every hero and stuff like that, I mean, you could easily have 30 hours in this 99-cent game, and you would enjoy every minute of it. So I think that's enough of me kind of gushing over this series. Let's go ahead and try and take down the Rotten Forest. You'll see here I switched to Magnus Spellbane, and I think he's going to do good for us. Tempted to go with Alora Wintersong, just knowing how powerful she is. But we didn't use Magnus very much, and he's a hero that he's kind of new for me. He's one I don't think I bought. So let's use him, and we can remember that he has Mirage and Arcane Storm as his ability. So he has some good AoE clear, and his Mirages do help to block up the lanes. So let's go ahead and jump into Fungal Forest. And I'm going to read this for you guys. There's no rest for the wicked, and thus none for the good guys either. A messenger eagle has arrived from the elven garrison in the Rotten Forest. The woods are still corrupted by evil, and our elven allies are repelling attacks by horrible monsters. A new dark power is rising, attempting to expand its domain beyond the forest's depths. Hurry, General. We must go assist our elven friends and forever vanquish evil from that ancient forest. So I do remember this is a boss battle. I don't remember if there's even more levels after this. That would be insane. But I also remember that there is the unique mechanic in this map, which is the Elvish building, allowing us to get Sylvan Elves. So we're going to get 4 of these bad boys right off the bat. And looking around at the map, we're going to be fighting Husks. We're going to want some very wisely placed artillery here before we start upgrading. I see these outside positions as perfect positions for barracks. Something like that, maybe. I think that looks good. And these Husks are going to walk here. So Sylvan Elves are super expensive. This is 400 gold, and they're also kind of squishy. So the Husks are deceptively strong. What these guys are super mobile damage dealers. So we don't want them to get attacked. But if they're standing here, they'll be able to shoot this wave, and they won't be in any actual danger of being killed by the husks. So, and I think we can bring Magnus up here, and we'll shoot these guys as they go. Hopefully they don't splinter off and take different paths there. I think it's safe to upgrade once. And then I'm going to be looking to place another Dwarven Bombard here. I think we're going to need, if they're going to send husks at us, and I see all these different pools that'll probably spawn them, we're going to need to make sure we have the appropriate amount of AoE to deal with them. And these guys are a huge investment. We cannot afford to lose them. And we need our hero to level quickly. That's one of the benefits of a Laurel Wintersong. She does a few attacks, and next thing you know, she's casting spells. She's already leveled. So we've got a Mirage here. It does a little bit of damage. But yeah, putting our units here, they just want to walk straight down, so we'll just pick them off as they walk. And the elves have the DPS to defend themselves from kind of this small trickle of units. Summon and summon. So we have spiders here. Let's go ahead and teleport. Let's see if we can't kill the noxious spiders. If you remember, these guys drop eggs, and they're actually pretty strong. We want to kill them before they are able to proliferate. At the very least, we can group them up and try and smash. There's 3 of them. And make sure they don't overwhelm us with sheer numbers. Position our elves a little better to catch these guys. And that was good. We survived that, and now we just have tons of husks. And we have to make sure we're getting experience on our hero. This guy is not nearly as effective if he doesn't have experience. Let's get ourselves some more cheap guys to absorb shots for our elves. There we go. We have a bit of AoE going off. And we've nearly got our Tesla, which I think is going to solve a ton of our AoE issues that we currently have. And I think we can look to build a Dwarven Bombard quite quickly there. Fortunately, these husks don't give a lot of gold. And if we think we're in danger of losing one of these elves, we need to be proactive in using our fireballs to take them out. So we've got our elves in this nice little pocket here. They have a meat shield, and that meat shield is going to do a lot of work keeping them alive. I wish they didn't have 100 HP. It's just so squishy. Placing our reinforcements out of harm's way. And let's go ahead and drop some fire. We'll bring our mage down. We're getting somewhat overwhelmed. That was a close one. That was pretty dang close. Make sure we're spending our gold. And what do we have here? Rot shrooms? Okay, that's a new enemy for us. These guys, on death, I think they spread a poison. So we need to be very careful that they don't end up giving poison to our elves. Oh no. So I think we barely stopped them here. We're going to need some very careful fire placement here. Oh god. Don't want to lose any of these guys. So let's make sure that they're not threatened in the center wave, and then we can move them up here. That was quite close. More noxious creepers coming our way. We do not want them to die. Unfortunately, one of them got poisoned. But that shouldn't be enough to kill him. We need our second Tesla up pretty soon. So we're just dancing with our elves.
Kind of magic.
There we go. Get them in a nice optimal spot. Place these guys just a little bit better. Maybe look to drop some fire on these guys. 3 noxious creepers can make a lot of enemies. We can do something like this. Protect our guys from all of these bugs. And I think we call early. And we drop fire on the spiders so that they don't generate more enemies. And we bring our guys up here. So we do have treants in this level now. So our magic damage on Magnus is going to be good against him. But Magnus doesn't do a ton of damage, but I think it's greatly increased by the number of mirages he has. So we can't click on these guys to check out like their individual like power, but I'm assuming it's just some kind of fraction. And we now have double Teslas up, so I feel good against the AoE. Or I feel good about our AoE against the swarm. But we do not currently have our overcharge up, which is something we need. It's a very important part of those towers that we can get that value from. Just get some fire down, limit our... Oh, we lost an elf. Okay. Lost an elf. I don't know if we want to rebuild him. They're very expensive. I think getting these upgraded is a fine choice for right now. And because we're starting to see these enemies, I think we need to get ourselves some mage towers. Make sure our guys are shooting. And we did call a wave early, so perhaps we got a little ahead of ourselves there. These guys are 100 gold, have to remember that. That does a ton of damage. I don't know if he's got another upgrade on that, but that's a powerful ability right there. I think this is another good place for a tower. And we want to bring our guys back down. How many do we have left? Just 2, so we lost another one. That's rough. These wizard towers are going to do big damage. So I think here, I'm looking at the map and I'm wanting to place like some ranger towers pretty soon. And to accompany that, I think the sorcerer mages up here will be fine. So we're level 8 on Magnus. Nearly got it. Boom. Okay. You don't want to neglect any one side. I think this is another fine place for a mage tower. I'm looking at like overlap here between different lanes, and that's where I want to make sure I'm being efficient. Let's give ourselves some more roadblocks. And here we are 1000% going to call early. And we're going to nuke them as soon as they walk out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and these guys do a ton of damage and also regen. So we need to be aware of that.
Hocus pocus. Dodge this. To battle. Archers ready.
Try something like that maybe. Or even the Musketeer Garrison. That hits a lot of dudes. Now let's get him out of there. They do so much damage.
Knowledge is power. Reinforce. Focus, focus.
And we need to be careful with our elves. And these guys as well. And we're going to look to nuke the wave as soon as it comes out once again. Something like that.
Power, unlimited power.
Can't let them regen too much. Their regen is very strong.
Freedom. Might and magic.
We'll just get a ton of sorcerer mages. I think that'll be fine.
Reinforce. Focus. Power, unlimited power.
How much health do these guys have? 500? They don't do a lot of damage. It's really just the poison that clears them. And you'll see here we're very dangerous territory with our elves. And I think we need to just sit them in the back here. Not stack them with these low tier units.
It's a kind of magic.
And we have a ton of gold, so we need to spend that.
This is my boomstick.
I really need to get a
Like a charm.
ranger tower up and running, I feel. And luckily our hero is a magic dealer, so he's very good at taking out these treants.
To battle. Do or do not, there is no try.
So we're on wave 11 of 15.
Unlimited power.
Just clear the chaff out, get ourselves some gold.
Knowledge is power.
I think we get another mage tower here.
Magic.
If they're going to send all the big guys out of the top, then we're going to want to make sure that we have our DPS right here. And this time I think we're going to get an arcane tower.
Reinforce.
Of course I teleported him right into the line of fire. And I think this is a good spot for a ranger tower. And we'll get some Wraths of the Forest going as soon as we can. Let's take these guys out. Let's get the huge amount of gold from them and get a Wrath of the Forest going. And this is probably another good spot for the same thing. We'll hit this bend here and maybe even get a piece of this lane. We'll have to see how that range looks. Might just be a spot for a Musketeer garrison. Called early there because I really want to get the fire going. I think we're not that scared of noxious creepers thanks to our Tesla towers. But we really don't want for our last elves to die here, but I think we can't really prevent it. These guys are like specifically designed to kill the elves. Unless we place them just over here. Something like this. Keep them really far out of harm's way. Magnus is level 10, which is great. upgrade these. Get 2 more musketeer towers. I think that's fine. And we'll look to get our arcane tower up here. So we don't have a lot of waves left. We need to make sure we're ready for any boss shenanigans. Got 2 swampy boys down here and some tree ants. Let's see if we can get a nice rain of fire on these guys. Hold them still and drop the fire. There we go. Strong ability. The teleport is nice too. Just get another musketeer, and this will be an excellent spot for a ranger tower. None of these guys have high armor except for the tree ants, but we do have a nice mix of the arcane towers helping us. Something like that. I don't think we need to call down any fire here. We'll wait till the next wave if we really need to. And I think we can call early here. And look to clear this wave quickly. Quite nice. Musketeers really burn these guys down. Their medium magic resistance doesn't help them as much against all of this really high physical damage. Make sure we get that on tier 3. But if there's a boss at the end of this, this might not do very much damage against them. Would be nice to have some poison though. Or an elemental. I can certainly see selling this and getting ourselves another mage tower here in the back. And no worries, we're doing great at clearing. You'll notice we don't have the supercharged bolt upgrade whatsoever. So here is a boss. We have a boss coming right now. I think we call them early to get that little bit of extra gold. Our towers aren't going to have a problem dealing with this. And of course the boss is a giant mushroom. Myconid. High damage. He doesn't have a lot of HP, so we're like bursting him down. Put some poison on him. And wow, we look like we're going to kill him. And it looks like he spawns mushrooms. So if we went some kind of like barracks heavy build, I think we would be having trouble against this guy. But we've almost got him dead already. Unless he has some kind of like trick up his sleeve where he respawns, but I don't remember that being a thing. No, there he goes. And we unlock the achievement Super Mushroom. Awesome. 3 stars. And do we unlock another level? Okay, no. So we genuinely only have Pandemonium left. But I think I'm going to leave it here this time, guys. I'm going to pick this up, and we're going to have one final episode, and it's going to be Pandemonium. Looking forward to it. It's a tough map. It's a fitting map to go out on. And do we try Sir Gerald Lightseeker? Is that even a possibility? Can we beat that with this? I don't know. But we're going to try something different next time. And guys, if you like the video, please subscribe. Like the video with the little thumbs up button thing, like all the YouTubers ask you to do. That would be wonderful. Leave a comment if you've been watching this series. Let me know that you've been watching and who you are so I can thank you. And without any further ado, guys, I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.